awesome.
and build some cool stuff.
Shall we start?
Thank you for coming, everybody. Welcome to Think.Make.Start. I think we're missing a clicker.
Yeah.
Ian, who are you? What do you do here?
Yeah. So hi guys, my name is Ian. I've been an alumni since the batch 12, and I just got the clicker. And I've been with the format for the last 4 iterations, and I'm the project lead for Think.Make.Start.
You're also an alumni, turned coach, turned project lead.
Exactly.
That's awesome. My name is Philipp Prestele. I started this format with Nettie Böhmer, for example. She's right there as well. But also with Raphael, Jan, and Christoph. And yeah, it's really nice to be back. And I hope you're as enthusiastic and on fire as the batches before. So I think, Nettie, we did how many batches? 13 batches? Yeah, more like that, yeah. So they put the bar very high. They were really awesome. So how awesome are you? How loud can you be? Make some noise. Who's on fire? I'm on fire! Nettie? Cooker. One more time. Who's on fire? I'm on fire! Okay, very good. Who's here for the first time? Wow, and the first time at the, wow, that's amazing. Nice that you made it here. Who's going to apply for the next Think.Make.Start? Nah, we still have to do some persuasion. We will ask again after the demo day, after seeing all these amazing products that people date. We're here to celebrate entrepreneurship and the students because they worked their ass off for 14 days, right? Did you? Yeah, just some tired nodding. Great. So we're here to celebrate you guys and to have you here on stage. But let's dive into the agenda for today. So now we're going to start with a very brief welcome. Then you're going to see the pitches. They're going to be 3 minutes. And then there's going to be 3 minutes Q&A by the jury in the first row. And after that, we're going to have a product fair. So you can go outside and you can test all those new products, innovations yourself out there. And I think you all got some dollars. You all got some money, right? Show me your dollars. Do you have it? Perfect. Yes, show me the money. So you're going to invest and vote during the fair. We're going to end the live stream there. Stay tuned for the results on social media later on, because the award ceremony is going to happen after that, where the jury is going to select the best idea, the best prototype, and the best business-ready product. So what's next, Ian?
So I'll give a little intro about what Think.Make.Start is. For those of you who don't know what the format is, in one sentence, it's basically having new challenges that need new ways to drive innovations. And we, as Think.Make.Start, we provide these platforms to the students to find their way. And it's based on 4 core principles. So first one is cross-functional collaboration. So we bring students from all backgrounds, different disciplines together, and help them solve problems together. There's also user-centric design, and that means that we don't just build cool stuff, but we build things that solve the user's problem and make an impact. And then the next building block would be data-driven development. This means that we incorporate data-driven decision-making into the product development process, and whether that's a data set, or if the students going to Marine Plus and doing user interviews, wherever data comes from, they use that. And the last thing is to prototype and learn. So you iterate on your prototype, your solution, you learn from each iteration, and you improve what you're doing. So what has come out of this format?
Well, these were the success factors that make Think.Make.Start special compared to other courses. And I think the teams give us, how to say that, in English, the teams show that it works. Because we have about 10 startups that raised venture capital after Think.Make.Start. Some of them even became profitable during Think.Make.Start already, having customers within 2 weeks, within a 2 weeks time frame. And I'm super happy that some of the alumni actually here back today. So we have an amazing jury that can judge what's the best prototype and product, because they've been here before and they've done it before and now turned their project into a successful venture. One of them is Irini. Irini, welcome back. But also Bilal, he also participated. He was a coach, but also joined now a startup out of Think.Make.Start called Angsa, building a robotic vacuum cleaner. I hope I can. You can pitch that later better when you come on stage. Then we also have Annette Böhmer, who started Think.Make.Start. We have Johannes Walcher from the Makerspace, who also gives the platform, the machine access to actually make Think.Make.Start possible. Then we also have Sören. He is also a student from the TU Munich, and he is the co-founder of Mocious, R&D consulting company. You can pitch yourself way better later on, but he has a lot of knowledge about prototyping, and happy to have you here. Then we also have a guest from Berlin all the way, Pablo. He's working at a VC fund, Power Ventures, and well, they also I'm not sure if it's already out there, but they're interested in investing startups from the TU Munich. So thanks for coming all the way from Berlin. And then we have a very special person, Alice Steinhausen. She is one of the reasons why all this is possible, or the foundation behind her, because they pay for the Makerspace access and the courses, and are a great supporter. So could you all just stand up real quick and turn towards the crowd? And the crowd, could you give them a warm welcome? Thank you. Thank you so much.
And that's probably enough from us. And we can start with the pitches now. And the first team is Nemo.
Before we start, there's this one ritual that we do, right?
Oh.
So let's see,
if
you can practice. Can you start?
Think, make.
Think,
make.
Think,
make.
Amazing. Give it up for the first team, Nemo.
Okay, so hi, we're Nemo. Who of you suffered or knows someone who suffered from knee injury and therefore couldn't perform their favorite sports? Yes, as you can see, knee injuries are not only a traumatic experience for professional athletes. Over 200,000 people in Germany alone also suffer from knee injuries. But what do you do when a knee injury happens? First, you will go to the doctor, and then he will do a diagnosis by the help of medical imaging. After that, he will probably say something like, you shouldn't do sports for 6 months, but after that you can just start again. But how do you know when and if your knee is ready for sports again? 71% of the patients lose confidence in their knee because they don't know how the current status of their knee is. The current alternative on the market would be an MRI, but this is very expensive.
So this is where Nemo comes into play. Our mission is to enable physios to give an individualized treatment to their patients, such that they can return to doing what they love more confidently, cost efficiently, and faster. To achieve that mission, we have built a device that supports physios in actually seeing what's happening in their patient's knee. So how does it work? Here we have Simon strapped up in our device, and you can also see the dashboard that the physio usually sees during the use of our device. And our device is now going to conduct a motion to Simon's knee, which is essentially what the physio is doing during rehab as well. But with the addition that we can actually measure all the forces that occur in Simon's ligaments. So right now, for example, you can see that we have an indication during that torsional movement that Simon's collateral ligament has a small weakness. By that, we as Nemo are convinced that we can revolutionize how knee injury rehab works. First and foremost, we are convinced that we offer an opportunity to 100% monitor what's happening in your patient's knee without having to do a super expensive MRI. By that, we decrease the cost during knee rehab by up to 75%. And likewise, and ultimately, we believe that we can decrease the downtime of each and every patient by up to 10%. To achieve that mission, we want to do a lot of pilot projects with professional sports clubs at first, because sports medicine is a highly innovation-driven market. And likewise, athletes have the need to prevent injuries a lot. To achieve that mission, we rely on a strong network of partners already. Ultimately, we as Nemo are convinced that we combine the best of medical engineering, software engineering, and entrepreneurship. So if you guys know any athletes, physios, or doctors around there, invite them to join our large fan base that is already accompanied by famous players like Manuel Neuer or Robert Lewandowski. Thank you.
So now we are opening the Q&A. If you have any questions.
Could you elaborate on how the solution is working in terms of measuring and comparing maybe to previous data?
Okay, so we have two approaches. One approach is, right now we are measuring the forces at the lower bottom plate with our servo motors. To make sure that that's actually the force in the ligaments, we have fixed the lower part of the foot in the boot and also fixed the leg in the upper part. To now compare it if there's an injury, what we do is first use deep learning and a lot of data that compare healthy knees to non-healthy knees and also compare different motions. Right now, the physio is doing different motions like torsional motions, longitudinal motions, and we take all of those motions and then see, okay, how does your healthy knee work and how does your unhealthy knee work? Later on, we want to use our digital twins to reduce the amount of data that we need.
Okay, I will ask you, what's your pricing plan, the strategy? Because you mentioned MRI is very expensive, and that's why you came up with your idea, but like, how do you plan to proceed once you're in the market?
Yes, so this is kind of like how we did our pricing. So first we looked how much does an MRT cost and compared it also with the therapy session as a physiotherapist. And we came up that our device, the hardware, costs 100,000 euro plus 250 euros for software. It would be then the data gathering and at some point also the comparison with the virtual twin.
More question? I think there was another one. I don't know. All right, perfect.
But where do you get the data from in the beginning?
That's why we also chose the professional sports market at first, because athletes, they get tested every single day. So our plan is to do pilot projects with them, so every athlete can use our device for a minute after training, and by that we gain a lot of data. But we have to admit that we at first need around 1,000 measurements of each and every patient, of different patients to make it working. Later on with the digital twin, we'll need significantly less data.
I have one last question maybe.
Sure.
How committed are you to continue this?
I mean, we haven't talked about it yet. We all believe, though, that this actually is a game changer because the need for this was formulated by the clinics because they don't have an opportunity. The only thing they can do is they put you in the MRI or they take you to a physio and he says, hey, does it hurt now? And a week later he said, does it still hurt? So we think this is a game changer and definitely believe in continuing it. Also, we signed our first letter of intent yesterday, so let's see.
Congratulations!
You good? All right, thank you, Nemo. And now, give it up for Ceres.
Plants are the basis for all lives on Earth. It has been more important than ever for us to grow strong and healthy plants. You have probably noticed yourself over the last years that the weather conditions got more challenging and we have more changes of frost and heat. Especially for trees, this is difficult because then the fungi infections grow and get more problematic. We talked to tree nurseries who said that in particular the fungi got more aggressive. So here, for example, we have a fungus mildew who has the potential to kill entire plants and is spreading really fast. So early detection here is absolutely important. Now, in agriculture, there are already drones being used to analyze the health of plants by using a multispectral camera. Normally, this is service-based, so a drone operator comes and first flies out a drone to get all the images, and then second, analyzes the data to, well, provide it to the farmer or so. Some services also offer the third step to send out a second drone, which unfortunately, well, it takes more time, it costs more, and it is less accurate when it sprays the fungicides with that.
So that is why we developed a new product, an all-in-one drone, which combines all the 3 steps you've seen on the slide before. So we do assessment, monitoring, and spraying plant protection with one drone. How do we achieve that? We have an onboard mounted camera, which delivers high-precision data to the onboard mounted computer chip, which then computes with machine learning which trees are infected. And only these infected trees are then being sprayed. So it's more effective, and we can save up on the herbicides or fungicides that have to be sprayed. And it's also way easier because you only have one system and not multiple systems. So yeah, for the demo, you can see our prototype here. It looks just like a normal drone, but we have an additional camera gimbal and a spray tank and spray valves to bring out the fungicide. We also have the computer vision pipeline ready to run. You can see our colleague here. And a healthy leaf that is being detected. We can also detect unhealthy leaves. Just come to our booth later and we will show you that. Yeah. Thank you. So, what does the future bring? We already have a pilot project running with Baumschule Lorenz von Ehren. We will collect data there and try out our prototype. If you are in the agri-tech business, don't hesitate to come to our booth. We are happy to talk. Thank you very much. So, any questions?
Yeah. Hello.
They're mute still.
Hello. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, can you maybe talk us through the business model a bit and how the pricing actually works and how it compares to the current solution? Because if I understand it correctly, you're combining the 3 steps, but it's still a similar solution, right?
Mm-hmm. The problem with existing solutions is that they are not really interconnected. So there exist systems where you can export files or export maps, and you can upload them to your spraying system. But what we found out is that they are not really in use. So these startups and companies, they have advertisements with that. But what we have seen that it is not really interconnected until now. So that is what we wanted to really change with that drone. And we talked to farmers and they told us it's not easier for them if they have a drone, but still have to do the work for their own, install the first drone, then do the data analysis, and then do the spraying of the protection.
And about the pricing?
Pricing, we thought about it being a service, so drone as a service, but there would also be the possibility to have a large farm of drones which you can buy and really do the farming for you or doing the crop protection for you. So it's a self-sufficient system. Yeah, in the back there. Mm-hmm.
Where, for example, that body was under the tree, it became like not so bright over the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And also one of the because already existing projects where drones flying to the forest and checking out trees.
Yeah.
Less brightness of the drone.
Yeah. So biomass detection of forests, for example, is already really a thing. But we want to bring that further. So maybe we can talk later. Nice.
That's actually a very good question. So what are different fields of application that you already researched or like brainstormed about?
Mm-hmm. We researched many fields in the last 2 weeks. Maybe you can.
So we decided to start as the tree nurseries because there you need only like a bit of the herbicides according to the regulations. So there we start with one system, but later on in agriculture the whole field is open for illnesses, for fungi. And that is like the long-term objective of us. Not to stay at the tree nurseries, but also to go to the agriculture business.
Yeah. Thank you, Cyrus. And now we have one pill. Give it up.
Okay. Hi, my name is Fabi. I'm going to present you One Pill, the future of customized medicine. Every third adult above 50 has to take 4 or more pills every single day. Especially old people often have to take many pills. They have to take them at different timing. They have to watch out that they don't mix up the pills. And yeah, that's a problem. Okay, now scene switch. Let's imagine my name is Hans. I'm 60 years old, I have hypertension and a high cholesterol level. My doctor prescribes me 3 different medicines and I have to take 2 pills in the morning and 1 of them in the afternoon. So I go to my local pharmacy and there this machine is. Here I now can customize my own pill. Basically, you can choose over here of the single ingredients and I will start it real quick. Okay, I think it's bad to see, but in here a table now is turning, and over here a dispenser mechanism is now getting 1 single pill out of there. And now, Hans has his all-in-one solution. Yeah, I forgot the water. Yeah, basically, our solution is to mix the most common different medicines together in one single pill, on demand and reliable. Also, a second value is with different coding, which dissolve over different times, we can control which medicine is getting dissolved in your stomach at what time. So you don't have to you just have to take one instead of many at a day. Also, we talked to a lot of pharmacies, and they are heavily interested in our product. We would sell the device to them at around 20,000 euros, and we would also provide data to many pharmacy companies. We would collect mixing data, and then are able to, basically, the pharmacy then can tell, okay, how much is getting mixed, in what different dosages and in what different medications. Yeah, so this is who we are. We all have a huge interest in informatics, and we saw how well we can function together in the last 2 weeks. This product is a huge first step into the future of individualized medicine. We as a team are eager to disrupt the pharma industry, and we would love you to get us some contacts afterwards in the pharma industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry.
Does it work? Hi.
Hi.
So actually, I would have a question regarding regulations. Did you do some research there? And because I would imagine there could be some regulations that propose challenges to that.
They are heavily, so the whole market around medicine and pharmacy is heavily regulated. And we researched it, yes. We did some calls at the Bundesarzneimittelbehörde. And this right now is very difficult to set into place, but with the different codings, basically it's important that the single ingredients don't interact with each other. And we can guarantee that with the codings, basically. Yeah.
Maybe a quick follow, sorry. When you talk to the pharmacies, like what's their added value? Because I would imagine maybe it's even more hassle for them to use a machine, and it's just convenient for the end user.
Yeah, basically, I mean, if the end user values this product, a pharmacy would obviously benefit also from it if they offer this service. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. I didn't see that much in the demo right now, so I have 2 questions. First, how far away are you from actually making it work? And the second question is, given the team setup with a lot of computer science people, are you the right team to actually build off like a electrical engineering, robotics, mechanical engineering type of product?
Okay, so basically, with this product, the dispenser mechanism and the closing mechanism for the pill are the very critical parts. They have to be highly accurate, and yeah, basically, we can now put out single pills up here. They are the size of globally pills. And the closing part of the pill is not working, but you can try it on later. It's very, very difficult to make a machine that is that precise. The other question was how, can you say again?
About your team setup and whether the skills are available.
Yeah, we would need another person which is into the mechanical part, like the Maschinenwesen. But with the electrical part, we are good. We are set up very good. We have 3 of our techies have had experience with the whole servos, Arduinos, Raspberries. Like they can put stuff together.
Are you going to continue?
Yeah, good question. We didn't discuss it yet. It's a very, very heavy regulated field, basically, and yeah, Depends. Schluss, ja, schlussendlich.
All right. Thank you, One Pill. And give it up for Impala.
Oh, you're right. Thanks, man.
Hello, everyone. I really hope that you will never forget your trousers, but you might know the feeling of forgetting maybe your keys, your phone, chargers, or maybe even your wallet. That's why we formed Impala. Impala consists of Matt, Philip, Anastasia, Lauren, and me, Andy. And together we created the Impala Home. And it works as follows. You put an RFID tag on whatever object you definitely don't want to miss. And the next time you will leave your apartment, you quickly say where you want to go. Our Impala sensor will scan you and your surrounding and tell you exactly what's there and what not. And sure enough, it looks like Lauren forgot his wallet. Little does he know that I have it right here, but I will give it back. And with a quick rescan, he can make sure that he has everything he needs and is perfectly prepared for the day ahead. Setting up new pack lists is very easy. All you need to do is put on the labels, select a new list, scan the objects you want to have in there, and then you're ready to jumpstart your day.
Thanks, Andy. So, why choose Impala? Impala is extremely easy to use. You need just 1 minute to set up a new item. It is multi-purpose, so you can use it for whatever you want. Let it be your gym towel, your sweater, or your wallet, your keys. It doesn't matter. And it's very fast. You don't need to spend any time at your door, and it's definitely faster as going through your backpack again. So Impala is not only a product, it's a movement, it's a community. You can encourage your friends to build mindful habits. You can connect and share your pack lists with your loved ones, and you can be creative and design your own Impala tags. So we already got some feedback, and we are definitely able to save real time and therefore to change lives. And this is the Impala Home Startup Pack. It comes with the Impala screen, the Impala scanner, and 10 Impala tags. If you are an electrical engineer, a cognitive scientist, or you just love the good vibes, be part of the Impala movement, and see you at our booth. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And which material is on which material is this tag? Or I have 10 from the beginning, and when I need more, how can I get it?
Yes, we will be selling them in we will have the start packs, which comes with like 10 basic tags, and you can always add on tags, and they will be at a very low price, more affordable than air tags, for sure.
Okay, thanks.
So I saw on the one slide, pricing starts at 170 euros, I guess. Do you have honest and actual feedback from the market whether people pay that price?
Yes, so we received the feedback that our potential customers will be able to pay for the following price. So actually, when we were asking for the price, we received the feedback 150 and 169 euros is our target, because if we could go next to the next slide, we estimated for the first stage that our reasonable entry price for our product would be 79 euros, which will be able to decrease down to the benchmark of 40 euros in a matter of 3 years by practicing economies of scale. We will research new materials, we will establish our own assembly line, and we will import the materials from other countries where the materials are available on the market. Does it answer your question?
One more question on my side. If I already have a system like the AirTags integrated to the smartphone, are you compatible, and is there already an app that I can also install on my phone, because I'm more the smartphone user and don't want to have this desktop there?
Yes, so back to the community slide. We will work in the first stage on our software development, and we will launch the Impala app, where you will be able to communicate with the users, and you will be able to scan your items exactly with your phone, which will be embedded together, connected with the display.
And the AirTags, the compatibility version to existing systems?
So they're actually doing two different things. That's why they're compatible. AirTags can only say you where your stuff is when you already realized that you forgot it. So they can only notify you when you already left your home. And this will notify you before you leave the home. So they are compatible and solve a different problem.
I would like to add on this end. In the stage 3, we estimate strategic partnership not only with the smart tech market, but also smart home companies, because we are a complementing solution to already established companies like Apple AirTag. And as already mentioned, we are a preemptive solution, because we remind people not to forget their items. So we do not actually do the precise navigation. So working in together would be complementary to the increased user experience.
Irini. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Irini, you had a question, right?
Yeah, I had a question, but I think Annette also covered about the competition. I wanted to ask, but it was mentioned.
All right, cool. Thank you very much. So next up is Petek.
Perfect. Meet Simba, the cutest cat we met in Munich. Simba loves to play in boxes, sleep in its owner's bed, and it's hard to keep him out of the kitchen. But like most pets, Simba's hair is a nightmare. It's everywhere, on the clothes, and the food, and on the surfaces. Currently, his pet owner has to brush herself every single day before going to work, and also brush him twice every day. Remember this box? It will come later in our story. Besides Simba's mom, we asked 58 pet owners about what's the real problem with cat hair, and we narrowed it down to 3 main concerns. First, pet hair is so sticky that it's so hard to remove from surfaces, especially fabric. Some cat owners even had to change their shopping behavior to buy clothes that matches the color of the fur of the cat. Second is that those hair carry a lot of bacteria and allergens, which could be problematic for some people. And last but definitely not least is your cat's health. We all know that cats love to lick themselves, but if they lick a lot of fur, this causes them to swallow a hairball and then an intestinal blockage in their system. That's why we at PetTech proudly present Brushed. Brushed is an automated self-cleaning device that is so simple to use, and we made sure that it's interactive and safe for your cat. Ananya, how does Brushed work?
Keeping in mind the comfort of the cats, we have designed the ground with soft material, and this also helps to remove the fur from the belly. We also have rotating brushes on the two sides, and once the cat passively brushes, the fur gets collected, and the sensor signals us that the cat is no longer inside the device. These brushes move outward, and the collected fur drops down between the two chambers, and it's easy to clean with a vacuum cleaner. We also have scratching material on the top and some toys to keep your cats busy. And in future, we plan to integrate health sensor like weight sensor, as it is a vital part to know about your cat's weight, and as we also found out in the survey. And to do that, we have an amazing team at PetTech, combining our love for animals and technology, bringing the right product for you and your pets. Talking about some numbers, with over 370 million cat owners in the world, we have a huge market. People love to spend a lot on their pets, ranging from 80 euros for brushes to 400 euros for litter boxes. And this year alone, a staggering 950 million euros was spent on cat products. Brush will retail at an estimated price of 379 euros, and we plan to directly sell it to our customer through our website and pet stores. We also have a recurring revenue from replacing the scratch material after an interval of 8 months. And here you can see an amazing feedback, and even a coach at TMS said should buy this product, even if it removes 20% of the fur. Thank you, Carmen. And for the rest, you can see some cat FB groups. And if you are a cat owner and would love your cats to try this product, visit us at the booth or mail us. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I just want to make a comment, actually, rather than a question. All the comments were from people, but the product is for an animal.
Yes.
And I'm not convinced how much the cat would appreciate. Maybe he or she doesn't feel like chilling in this corner, but maybe like the person, the owner, will pay some money to have this, and it needs to be highly used in order to be beneficial.
Yeah, you're right. The customer is the people, but the user is the cat. And for this, we have actually been to a lot of cat houses, cat parks, and people, and they loved it. And we can show the footage later in our booth. They absolutely love it, and we have tried that.
Okay, good luck, good luck.
Yeah.
So is there a subscription model for your business model? Because I think, as Irene said, and there may be some resistance because the end user will be the pet, but it's the owner who will buy the product. So would you think a subscription model would be a better business model so that they can maybe try it, and if it's not okay, then they can return the device?
No, we have not thought about a subscription model. Rather, we'll sell the product, but give them a period where they can try and let their cats get used to it. And if they don't like it, they can return it. But from the 7 cats that we tested, all of them loved it. And I'm sure I'll show you the footage later in the booth. Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question about like the feasibility. So like what's the tech you're building behind it? Because let's assume it's a success, and it's true, like the pet market is huge. What would prevent others from just building the same thing?
We designed the brushes ourselves, actually, and the brushes work in a way that they rotate, and the fur that is on the brushes drops down. So this is a kind of thing we have never seen in the market, although there are some other products like the Dyson Pet vacuum cleaner. But again, that is a manual product, and it needs your time. So in this way, this product is unique, and we would obviously not tell this to the competitors. And as you can see from 2 chambers, it's well protected.
Thanks.
Short question about the technicality of how cats lose hair. Isn't it like a constant thing and they just keep on losing hair? So they sit in this for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, but over the day they will still continue to lose hair, no?
Yeah, so depending on the breed, you have to keep brushing your hair. For the long-haired breeds, it's like twice daily. The owner can place this box in a way that if the cat goes to the litter box or enters the house, it has to go through this. Or to keep it more interactive, we have toys. So it's obviously that will also go in the later phase, in the research phase, but if the cat spends enough time, the brush gets contained, and you don't have to do brushing manually, and also it doesn't spread around the house. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Come on, who's sleeping already? You're like, oh, please make some noise for Easy Shift. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. That's it, that's it, that's it.
All right. This is the day we've been waiting for 2 weeks. And for 2 weeks, we went into every single department store in the center of Munich. And oh boy, did we find a problem. We looked into the storages and warehouses of department stores and small medium enterprises. And the processes there, they were a mess. So if you have a look, they are really, really inefficient, and they waste a huge amount of space and time, all at the cost of the workers' health care. So what does a typical process look like? The workers receive the goods or the commodities at the delivery, and then they pick or push the commodities on a rollerboard. And I don't know if you have ever tried to steer a rollerboard. We have tried, and it's a pain. So they then transport the goods on the rollerboard to the storage, put them on the storage, then they put them on another rack, and then they put them on the sales area, where they again put the commodity on a shelf. So you see, it's a huge mess, and really is a pain, and yeah. So, of course, we found a solution, and not did we only come up with one product, we came up with 3 products. We came up with a new storage system, a revolutionary transport vehicle, and an easy steering controller. We came up with a storage system, a transport vehicle, and a steering controller. A storage system, a transport vehicle. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? These are not 3 products. This is one product, and we are calling it Easy Shift. It is easy to move, it is easy to shift, and presentable in store. Today, we are reinventing the swivel caster. So here's our product, and try to bear in mind the process I was showing you early on, which was a real pain. Now, the worker can put the load on the shelf, and you can just simply move it and get to your target and really rotate. You can translate, you can go directly, you can pretty much do any movement, which you can see here. So you can translate, you can rotate, and you can go diagonally. So this is our product. So now, how are our customers actually getting more profitable from our product? Yeah, we have injury prevention, time reduction, and we also save a lot of money per store. We have a lot of competition, but we are a lot better in design and mobility. This is our team, and please come visit our booth and go roll with us. Thank you. Okay, any questions? Come up, guys.
Yeah, I think because of the time you were a bit quick on the competition. Can you actually walk us a bit through that? Because it sounds like you're actually reinventing the wheel, and I would have expected maybe there's someone out there already.
Well, there is. Wait, let's go back to the slides. Sorry. I'm sorry. So yes, there are different solutions. For example, you probably straight away think of an autonomous vehicle. For example, in Munich we have Felix, but we are actually trying to be quite a low-budget solution. And at the moment you have Profi Shop or you have Schäfer Shop, but those are not presentable in the store. So the problems that workers, for example, in department stores in Munich have is that those are not presentable. And what we want to do is find a solution that you can have in the storage and also in the sales. So actually there is no competition that we found. Yeah, any other question?
Can you walk us through the pricing? Because I would assume the low-tech or no-tech things are cheap and this is probably more expensive. So like, where's the value of that?
So we are definitely more expensive than those solutions. Those cost about 70 to 100 euros. And we will probably be even more than twice that budget. But as you saw, we are solving a lot of problems. We're saving time and money and space. So that's where we go. Thank you.
But if the key problem is that it's not nice looking, why do I need like something that is like, couldn't it still be manual? It would be cheaper. It would be just nice looking, and I would still solve the same problem. I put my stuff on and roll it out to the store.
Yes, but then you wouldn't want to present it if it wasn't nice looking.
No, it would be nice looking.
The main problem is the movability and the way that the people have to move with these things when they use them. And then the second thing that we wanted to address is to make it nicer, so it's the same product for moving the goods and for showing the goods. This is why it has to be nice. But the first problem is that you cannot really move this stuff that is cheap and manual with ease, and that is what we addressed.
I just wanted to add on this what you mentioned, what Bilal said, that out of experience, also from my company, people are not very willing to pay more, because you mentioned double the price, just because something is better looking, or even it's going to help them a bit. They do care a lot about how much money they save, even if their workers will need to put a bit more effort, or like you said, it's not so good looking. So you really need to convince them that it's worth it to pay double or maybe triple at the beginning, because your production line won't be that high.
So a quick answer. So there was this last slide, which I would like to show. Profitability. So we have injury prevention, because the workers at the moment, they are really carrying the stuff up here because the swivel casters are too hard to maneuver. They lose a lot of time because they have a lot of workers who do both jobs. And they also save a lot of rental costs for the stores. They pay so much money in those stores for rental, especially at Marienplatz. This will save them a lot of money. So that's the answer.
Great work. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Easy Shift. Feel free to visit them at the fair and roll with them. And please make some noise for Spoof.
Hi everyone, we're Spoof. My name is Malika, and we want to address the problem of traveling for people with higher risk of thrombosis. As you may know, thrombosis is a very dangerous disease that can cause heart attack or even lung emboly. There are 500,000 people dying from thrombosis every year in Europe. And one of the three main reasons for that is disturbed blood flow during long flights. There is an existing solution on the market that helps to prevent thrombosis during flights, traveling on the train or by car, and these are compression socks. However, compression socks have a lot of disadvantages, such as this is very hard to put them on, they're uncomfortable to use, they cause skin irritation and pressure, and they do not last long. That's why we want to present you our solution, ProMove. ProMove is a portable device that you can take with you on a plane, on a train, or in a car, and this will activate your blood circulation. After talking to doctors and our potential users, we decided to include two modes, active and passive mode. So we will start with the passive mode, and for this you just have to put your foot on top of the platform, and the front part of our device will move your shoe up and down so that you can just relax, sit there, and enjoy your flight. And for the active mode, you should actively press the back part of the device so that you activate your muscles and keep your blood circulating. Even a small movement helps if this is done regularly. Okay, so we deliver value to our customers, and our device is a good way for thrombosis prophylaxis. We also improve the quality of life of the traveling passengers. The device can be covered by insurance, and it has no side effects as the socks do. And now let's talk about business. So we decided to focus on the B2C sales, and we want to sell our product through orthopedic stores, airlines, and online shops. And we decided to set the price in range between 120 and 150 euros. We will additionally sell the licensed distribution rights as an additional revenue stream. This is our team behind the product, and just in case you, your family members, or someone of your friends have this problem, please don't hesitate to contact us. You can scan the code. Thank you for your attention. Do you have any questions?
Thank you very much. Do you already have an indication whether that solution will actually solve the problem?
Yeah, so we talked to doctors, to orthopedic therapists, and they all said that even a small movement which is done in a regular way helps to prevent thrombosis.
How does it compare to the current solution with the thrombosis socks?
Mm-hmm. So compression socks only provide the passive pressure to your feet. It also helps to keep your blood circulating, but the users complain a lot about this solution. They're not happy with this. They say that they just don't want to wear the socks because they're so hard to put on. They have so much pressure, and they would like to have something different that would also help them, but not compression socks.
Yeah. To add to that, we also interviewed some people, and the elderly especially have trouble putting these socks on. Additionally, there are two different types of travel socks. One is the medical grade compression socks, and the other is the travel one. The travel isn't covered by insurance, and it also costs a significant amount of money. So it costs around 150 to 190 euros, something like that.
Then based from the pictures I saw, I assume this is something that I put into my shoe, correct?
Yeah, it's a portable attachment that you can carry, and then you can strap it onto your shoe, and it will continuously provide you with.
Okay, then based on my personal experience, did you already talk to many users? Because in the airplanes, most of the people actually take off their shoes because it's not really convenient.
Yeah, answering your questions, you don't have to put it on your shoes, you just have to put your foot on top of this thing. So you can also do it without any shoe. Yes?
Can you get this through air security easily?
Yes, because all of the elements are pretty small, and you only have some small batteries. Yeah.
To test the interest?
No, we didn't test it in the airports, but we tested it with our friends.
Nice, very good. Thanks so much. Thank you very much. Good work. This one? Smooth. Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, thank you, Smooth. And now we're going to have happy mornings. Make some noise.
Hello, folks. Happy morning to you all. Now, let's meet Jim, who might have a different opinion of how his morning is going. First of all, he's quite excited about what is that sound? I'm sorry. He's quite excited about a business trip, and even more excited about the breakfast that's going to be at the hotel, paid for by his company, of course. What does he do when he gets there? He approaches the muesli. So what options does he have? Grains, nuts, and raisins. He loves raisins, but nuts, he's kind of allergic to nuts. So he looks around. He finds a waffle machine, a giant conveyor belt toaster, a giant coffee machine, and he thinks to himself, what did muesli ever do to anyone? Why isn't there a machine for that? So we introduce to you Bobot. Now what would Jim do if he was already here? Pretend to be Jim. There goes. Maybe he's selecting something according to his routine. Maybe he wants to go to the gym today. Maybe he's being lazy. Maybe he's tailoring his own muesli. He can choose the order of things, the ingredients, the amount, everything. Are you ready, Jim? There we go. So now Jim can start off his day right happy, because here at Happy Mornings, we serve happiness with each and every bowl.
So, now you have seen the product, let's talk a little bit about our business model. So, our users are of course guests like Jim, but who are we actually selling to? So, our first focus would be to sell to hotels, so they can have those machines in their breakfast area, and everyone can choose their own breakfast and mix it as they want. So, how will they pay us? There will be a one-time payment for the machine, of course, and afterwards we want to do recurring co-branding with big cereal companies and offer a subscription model where you get the cereal from the company and we provide it. And with that, why are we the best team for that? Because between us, we have a lot of tech experience to actually build the machine. We have some marketing and startup experience to actually bring it on the market. And we also have some muesli connoisseurs between us. And so actually now we need your help to spread the happiness. So if you know any hotels, so we can get more feedback, please approach us, and thank you for your attention and questions.
Can I start? So, I mean, here. Nice speech, guys. Nice presentation. It looks to me a bit like an overkill. Like, what I want to say is, like, we need automation for this kind of, application. So you think that the hotel would buy this product because they cannot just, as always, just have them there served and people just go and choose and put them on their bowl?
Yes, the reason why we built this is actually that it's something novel. Like when you go to a hotel and you see a small coffee pot, it's not really interesting. But when there's a high-tech coffee machine, you instantly go to it, and it's the same with this. You have never seen it, and you want to try out the muesli when you see it, and you will remember it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
My question goes to the similar direction. Did you speak to hotels or to people who would actually pay a significant amount for that and get a validation for that?
We contacted a lot of hotels, actually, but it was really hard to get straight answers. And the ones who actually gave us the answer were like, they are interested, but it really depends on the prototype, on the size, how loud it is, how it looks like. So Yeah, and as it was at the beginning of our prototyping, we still had to do a little bit of finishing the product in order to get better feedback, and that's what we want to do now.
Of course, including the silencing of the motors. You have to silence the motors.
Yeah, of course, we have to silence the motors a little bit, but there are actually steppers which are a lot more silent, but we couldn't use them in the time we had. Oh, okay, so the suggestion was to use hostels, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, maybe I missed it, but what was the price for the machine?
So we have to still decide on the final price. It comes with the components and also how much we would actually get from the subscription model, but we think around 1,000, probably.
Have you talked to My Muesli? My Muesli is from Munich, and they actually have that in stores, and you could or should automate it, so try to talk to them.
Thank you. Yeah, well,
thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, next up is GrowMe. Yes. Thank you, Niklas.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having us. Do you know that situation where you try to go to the gym on a regular basis, where you try to read and educate yourself daily, and of course, you try to sleep 8 hours every night. But for some reason, you still keep slacking. How can we improve that? Maybe use an app? Well, over 50 million people are already using self-improvement apps on a daily basis to improve themselves day by day. But our guiding question is, how can you make tracking your achievements more tangible and motivating? Because a simple notification on your screen is just not enough. We present to you GrowMe, a plant that grows with you. Let me show it to you on our prototype. Please focus your attention on our prototype. Let's say, for example, your goal for the day was to make 10,000 steps, and you achieved that goal. Your plant will notice that, and your plant will grow. Let's say your goal was to achieve 10,000 steps, but you didn't achieve your goal. You were slacking. Well, what will your plant do? Your plant will remind you, and it will disappear. The leaves will actually retract. How are we achieving this? We will gather data from the apps that you already have installed on your phone. So we will gather data from Google Fit, like for example your sleeping patterns or how many steps you have taken, and we will translate that to your plant in real time. So you will always see your plant grow. But the opportunities are endless. You and your plant will grow together day by day. You can track your sleep, your workouts, your Pomodoro study sessions, and even your meditations. This can be done on a daily, weekly, or even monthly basis, all custom just for your needs. What are the benefits of using a GrowMe plant? Well, of course, it's a customized physical goal tracking system. This was never on the market before, and we are the first ones to implement it. It will always motivate you and always be present as a beautiful desk ornament right at your desk. Please focus your attention on our perfect designed plant that will show you how you are doing in a long-term progress of your goals. This will always keep you going. This could not be done without our great team of engineers, and we're all happy that we achieved this product. So now, nothing is stopping you. Let your motivation thrive with GrowMe.
Thank you very much for the presentation, and the plant is actually really nice looking, but I'm personally actually not so much into plants. Can I also have a different avatar, or maybe an animal or something like that?
Our main goal was to at first develop the mechanism that our amazing mechanical engineer actually achieved. So now we have the capability of connecting a phone to the motor and have a motion that can be translated into everything. So maybe if you like animals that are sad in the beginning, you can have them and then they start to smile, or even maybe a little sun that goes up and down. So you can custom it just how you like it.
I'm wondering that, for example, if you go jogging and you want to reach a certain time and you want to go faster and something, like progress is something that has a specific value to it. Like you want to track progress. There's a lot of information, but it doesn't really show me that information, right? It's just either it's grown or it's not grown. Like how do you deal with this?
Usually you have a goal for yourself. For example, when I go running, I want to go for example, 5K in 2.5 to like, for example, 30 minutes. So if that's the goal I'm trying to achieve, and I'm trying to do that like every two times a week, for example, and I have that on my to-do list, if you hit that target, it shows your progression. But if you don't manage to hit your target and you were on target before, it then tells you that by retracting. So it depends on what your specific goals are. It doesn't have to be a specific number, but it's what you set for yourself. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, and thank you.
Yes.
Are you going to continue, or do you plan to? I mean, nothing is stopping you from just doing a crowdsourcing video and just seeing if it works. Would you be committed to continue and just try it and go for it?
Each and every member of our team is actually will continue to work on on this plant, because we realize that because we perfected the mechanism, we just need a little bit of optimization, and then we all can have one of these plants. Because we as a team actually found ourselves like our most lowest denominator, right? Is that we all want to improve ourselves. So this is something we can produce overnight multiple times, and then have the motors attached, and it will work. So yes, we want to continue because we're all interested in improving ourselves.
What you describe, actually, it's B2C. So you like your idea. You mentioned that from technical point of view, you are doing well, you can improve it more, but are you convinced that your customers, like the users, will share your vision that the same way, oh, I want to improve myself and this is what I need? They're willing to go this way, purchase something like that. This is what I would think in your case. You can make the perfect design or from technical point of view, but if users love it, this is a bit different story.
Yeah, you're right. To make it quick, already, as you saw, a lot of people are trying to track their progress, but there's nothing that exists that actually shows them how good you're doing. So that's something that doesn't exist. So we want to introduce that to the market. And a lot of people always want to have something nice next to them. So a lot of people here actually have a small plant on their desk. So what if your plant, which you already have, now actually shows you how good you're doing? So.
Okay, who wants to improve themselves? Who would buy the product? Hey, give them a big hand. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you. Last but not least, we have Joy Lab. Last applause for today. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh. Thanks. Hi. Unmuted. Is this on? All right, thank you.
I'll start.
You start?
All right. Hi, I'm Mara, and this is Philip, and together we're going to present JoyLab to you. In a nutshell, JoyLab is all about learning. And to us, I know we're a lot of students here in the crowd today, learning looks a lot like this often. However, it wasn't always this way. When we were children, learning was much more intuitive and much more joyful. And this is exactly the purpose of our company. we want to create as many joyful learning experiences for children as possible. Specifically, we wanted to come up with a fun way for children to gain musical understanding through play. And this is how we came up with Musio. And Philip now is going to present how it works.
Thank you, Mara. Musio, which you can see here, is a portable, brick-based music studio for children, which they can use by the combination and taking apart different bricks, they can arrange their own musical masterpiece. And it has, besides that, all the features that children like. It is colorful, it has bricks, it plays music, and it is equipped with magnets. So let's do a quick demonstration how it works. This, what you can see here, is the ground station, which serves as a charging pad for the main cube, which has a speaker. And it also serves as a nice display shelf for the other cubes. So let's start by moving the main cube to the play area. And we start the first instrument, which I'm going to choose a drum here, by connecting it to the main cube. And you're going to hear it start playing. And the next one is a bass guitar. And let's also connect a trumpet. And yeah, we're not done. And finally, a piano. There goes the piano. Yeah, and you can, thank you. You can, all right, you can take them apart in any order that you like. So let's take apart the trumpet first. Yeah, oh, I guess small technical problem. All right, basically you stop the music by disconnecting all cubes. Besides what you can visually see, we have an app which is mainly meant for the parents, such that they can design the learning experience that their kids have and control volume, for example. But so now, who's the team behind this product? We are Xiangyu, Angelica, Mara, Yusuf, and me, Philip. Finally, because we think it's a very cool product and it's fully functional, we would love to show it to you at our booth. And if you want to know which technical problem almost killed the prototype yesterday, then ask us about that. Thank you. All right.
Thank you very much. Understand the product, but I don't understand how further learning happens, because right now you showed on and off, which is like a binary learning, so to say. So how can you learn more about music with the same blocks?
Mm-hmm. So first of all, of course, children learn about how the music works together, how the instruments sound individually, but also how they play together within one song. But upon that, there are many more cognitive and behavioral skills that children learn through playing with cubes and music, which you can learn more at our booth if you want to. We can go further into that later on.
Very nice presentation.
Thank you.
Doesn't matter the small technical problem. I just want to ask you, what about your competition, your competitors? Like, let's say I just Google on Amazon, will I find something similar? And the pricing, how do you plan actually to go ahead of them, your competitors?
So actually, of course, there is something similar. For example, the musical apps, like GarageBand, but it's on a screen and it's not as playful for children. Then there are other things that make sound, like toy instruments or audiobooks, but they are only about one single sound and not about how to mix and match the music. So I think we're unique.
About price?
Oh yeah, and about price, we talked to our potential customers and we looked into the competition, and they were willing to pay up to 150 euros for a starter set of 4 instruments, and then they could also continue to purchase more instruments later on to add to their band for about 20 euros a cube.
Maybe one more thing. And that's really nice because we can make them really cheap.
Actually, it's cool that you showed the Tony box on the other slide, because that's the first thing I had to think of. My little niece also has one, and she loves it. But what would prevent these companies from just, bidding the same feature, because they already have a big company in place, kind of the same technology. So yeah.
Well, the Tony box isn't really made for this, I would say. Like, they could build the same product, of course, but we could, for example, register the design, so they can't do it as easily.
Maybe one more. And also, there's a competitor to the Tony box, for example, which is also really mind-blowingly successful. So I think the market is big enough for multiple companies in that segment. And I guess, especially in the toy industry, it kind of works that way, that at some point you get copied, yeah. Thank you.
Nice, thank you very much. Can I buy the prototype? Because my little daughter, she's 1.5, she would love it. So can I buy it?
Possibly, we can discuss. Yeah.
How much? How much? Okay. So whoever also wants to purchase prototypes, feel free to make an offer during the fair, because we are all, everything is for sale, and you can get the first customers, and my little daughter has a new toy, and she would love it. So looking forward to that. Great. So now that was the end of the demo day.
Yeah.
And
the live stream.
Yeah, the live stream, sorry. And the start of the fair. So if you want to find out in the audience online who was the winner, follow us on LinkedIn or Instagram. We're going to post the winners there after the event in a few hours.
You can also find the result on our website at tms.tum.ee. And if you liked it, please join us again on the 31st of March in 2023 for our next demo day. And
next slide?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, we're out. All right. So now for the live audience, where our fair is starting. So you all got your dollars.
It's really great.
Everyone is super excited, dive deep into different topics I'm not familiar with, and push myself.
There are so many different people that you get to meet from so many different backgrounds.
How he thinks about the problem, how he thinks about the solution, and how I think about it. It's two different aspects, right? Two different perspectives.
Think.Make.Start is one of the best times you can have as a student at TUM. What it is a teaching format where students from all disciplines come together. They can work on a real-world problem of their choosing. They can iterate that solution through prototyping again and again until they find a marketable product. Students at Think.Make.Start can receive support from one of the partners, Makerspace, and utilize all the tools at their disposal, receive help from the trainers there, and build their prototype with state-of-the-art machines. At the end of Think.Make.Start, there is a demo day, which is a culmination of this 2-week-long entrepreneurial journey for the TUM students. This is where they pitch to a panel of experts composing of TUM professors, venture capitalists, TUM Venture Labs, and they can receive feedback and have a chance at becoming a real startup team.
It's been quite a ride so far. We had a lot of challenges. It's exhausting. I'm really, really tired, but it's so much fun.
We actually managed to do a lot of things that I wouldn't have expected in such a short time, and we have an amazing team to make it happen.
And I'm so excited because I know what great road is ahead of all these great startups.
Think.Make.Start was the best module that I had in my time at university.
It's really great.
Everyone is super excited, dive deep into different topics I'm not familiar with and push myself.
There are so many different people that you get to meet from so many different backgrounds.
How he thinks about the problem, how he thinks about the solution, and how I think about it. It's two different aspects, right? Two different perspectives.
Think.Make.Start is one of the best times you can have as a student at TUM. What it is a teaching format where students from all disciplines come together. They can work on a real-world problem of their choosing. They can iterate that solution through prototyping again and again until they find a marketable product. Students at Think.Make.Start can receive support from one of the partners, Makerspace, and utilize all the tools at their disposal, receive help from the trainers there, and build their prototype with state-of-the-art machines. At the end of Think.Make.Start, there is a demo day, which is a culmination of this 2-week-long entrepreneurial journey for the TUM students. This is where they pitch to a panel of experts composing of TUM professors, venture capitalists, TUM Venture Labs, and they can receive feedback and have a chance at becoming a real startup team.
It's been quite a ride so far.
We had a lot of challenges. It's exhausting. I'm really, really tired, but it's so much fun.
We actually managed to do a lot of things that I wouldn't have expected in such a short time, and we have an amazing team to make it happen.
And I'm so excited because I know what great road is ahead of all these great startups.
Think.Make.Start was the best module that I had in my time at university.
It's really great.
Everyone is super excited, dive deep into different topics I'm not familiar with and push myself.
There are so many different people that you get to meet from so many different backgrounds.
How he thinks about the problem, how he thinks about the solution, and how I think about it. It's two different aspects, right? Two different perspectives.
Think.Make.Start is one of the best times you can have as a student at TUM. What it is a teaching format where students from all disciplines come together. They can work on a real-world problem of their choosing. They can iterate that solution through prototyping again and again until they find a marketable product. Students at Think.Make.Start can receive support from one of the partners, Makerspace, and utilize all the tools at their disposal, receive help from the trainers there, and build their prototype with state-of-the-art machines. At the end of Think.Make.Start, there is a demo day, which is a culmination of this 2-week-long entrepreneurial journey for the TUM students. This is where they pitch to a panel of experts composing of TUM professors, venture capitalists, TUM Venture Labs, and they can receive feedback and have a chance at becoming a real startup team.
It's been quite a ride so far.
We had a lot of challenges. It's exhausting. I'm really, really tired, but it's so much fun.
We actually managed to do a lot of things that I wouldn't have expected in such a short time, and we have an amazing team to make it happen.
And I'm so excited because I know what great road is ahead of all these great startups.
Think.Make.Start was the best module that I had in my time at university.